Yeah.
This week Parashat Korah, but still we are in Parashat Shlach. At the end of the Parashat Shlach talks about Mitzvah Tzitzit, and that's a connection of the Parasha of Tzitzit with Korah, because Korah also made 250 people to wear begodim, garments, that all of it was techelet, and came to Moshe Rabbeinu. He asked Moshe Rabbeinu, is it chayav techelet or not? In other words, the mitzvah of tzitzit is that you should put string and you should put the techelet. In other words, one string of what was colored type of fish that the blood of it has the color of greenish blue. And Chazal tell us that we should put it on. Why? Because when we put on that color on tzitzit, uritem oto, like the apostle says, should see it. When you see it, you're gonna remember all of the mitzvot of Hashem, and you're gonna do. And Chazal tell us when you see that, you're gonna remember the jungle, because jungle also is greenish blue, and from that you're gonna remember the ocean, the blue color of the ocean, and then you're gonna remember the sky is blue, and then you're gonna remember the kiseh hakavod. Interesting. Chazal tell us that first you remember jungle, then you remember the ocean, then you remember kiseh hakavod. Now, if really Torah means to say that you should remember kiseh hakavod, sure should say, you see that techelet, that color, and that color associates with kiseh hakavod. We want you to remember kiseh hakavod. Why did Chachamim say that first you remember jungle, then you remember the ocean, then the sky? Why should we go around the earth all over? Now the point is like this. The real mitzvah of tzitzit is that tzitzit is a garment. Garment is something that the person wears it monthly. Every day a person wears. Something that you use it to cover yourself, cover your body. It sounds very physical. You cover, you give heat. Sometimes you bring the kavod, the majesty, nice clothing. Sounds very physical. Now Torah says that through that physicality, you're gonna become my eved, my servant. The person feels that I don't have anything to do with people, I don't have anything to do with my family, I don't have to, my business. I want to have a direct connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I want to be with Him. I want to be with Kiseh HaKavod. I want the majesty throne of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I don't care for these things. They are mundane. It's nothing. Why should I care for these things? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says no. If you want to be part of my Kiseh HaKavod, the world are three places: dry land, ocean, and sky. If you see Kiseh HaKavod in dry land, in your business, in your dealing with other people, in your behavior, in your home, in your bedroom, in all over. If there is Kiseh HaKavod, that's throne majesty of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if it's on the ocean, you're private, you're on the ocean, nobody's there. Over there, you are with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Or sky, you see the sky, you see the majesty of Hashem. You remember HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you see Kiseh HaKavod, then you could connect yourself to my Kiseh HaKavod. But if you depart yourself from all of these things and you don't pay attention to them, or you don't machshiv them, don't give importance to them, and the most important thing is for you is to be davuch to Kiseh HaKavod just by itself, mere fact of Kiseh HaKavod, that doesn't happen. And that's the mitzvah of tzitzit. That's the mitzvah of tzitzit. Now it's very interesting that this parasha becomes one of the parashot that we say every day, part of mitzvah of Kriyat Shema. Now Chachamim say, why did we choose this parasha? Because this parasha talks about Yetziat Mitzrayim. And every day we have to remind ourselves of Yetziat Mitzrayim. Now, the question is, how come Chachamim chose this parasha for Yetziat Mitzrayim? We have much better parashot to be chosen for Yetziat Mitzrayim. Why, in particular, this parasha? Yes, at the end says, Ani Hashem Elokechem Asher Hoshetichem Elechem Mitzrayim. I'm the one that took you out from Mitzrayim. There should be your God, Ani Hashem Elokechem. but we have a better parashut directly talks about Yitzhak Mitzrayim. How come they chose this parasha? Hashem said, because the tachlit of Yitzhak Mitzrayim was to become Eved of Hashem, to go to Eretz Israel. And Meragelim, when they saw Eretz Israel with all of the mundane things, they have to plow the land, they have to work in the land, they have to prepare, and they said, here in Midbar, we don't have to do anything, everything is ready. Therefore, they said, we don't want Eretz Israel. They rejected Eretz Israel in a with good intention almost. But they made a great mistake. Because, no, Midbar, it was like a womb. Baby in the womb gets nutrition, gets oxygen, gets developed, that finally a mother would push him away. Womb is not forever. You can't be there forever. Push him away, that he should come to the world and uses whatever that he has to reveal the Malchut of Hashem, to make Malchut of Hashem great in the land, with his business, with his doing, with whatever that he's doing, to reveal the Malchut of Hashem. That's the job that we have. And that lesson is the best way to take it, is the mitzvah of Sisit. Because the mitzvah of Sisit is the uniform of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Says, even in your begodim, your garment, which is very mundane, you remember HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you put Hashem inside. And Rav Moshe Hadarshan makes the drasha that all of the mitzvah of Sisit Yetziat Mitzrayim. Moshe Hadarshan says, Al Kalfei Bidehem, it's Keneged Vayisayat Cham Al Kalfei Nesharim. Hashem took us with the wings of the eagle. Wings in Hebrew is Kanfei. And here it says Kanfei Bidechem. Kanfei means two things, wings and corner. And why? Four corners. If a garment has 5, 6, 8 corners, we just put 4 corners. Do you know the 4 is not random? Why? Arba leshonot shel geula. It is to remind us 4 leshonot, 4 terms of geula b'Hakadosh Baruch Hu in Mitzrayim. Because there's vehotzeti, vehisalti, vegalti, velokachti. When you see a sisit, you see 4 corners, you see these strings, that has to remind you that HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out in 4 different states of Geula. Hotzeti took us out, Vehisalti, I saved you, I redeemed you, and I took you as my nation. That's the reminder of that. Petil Techelet, Rashi says, Techelet, in Onkelos of Shikul, destruction is Tichla. Hashem destroyed the firstborn. And the color of that is color of Domel Rakia, Mashchile et Erev, and 8 strings, or Keneged 80 days from the time that they brought Korban Pesach, Erev Pesach, till they said the Shira. Erev Pesach starting the Geula with bringing Korban Pesach, Shechting the Avodazor of Mitzrayim, and final Geula when they said the Shira, they said the Shira by Kiryat Yamsuf, HaKadosh Baruch Hu destroyed the Mitzrayim. 8. Now what's Pshat? What's Pshat? What Chazal mean to say? Because Torah says, when you wear a tzitzit, it reminds you all, you should remember all of the mitzvot. Somebody comes to me and tells me, I don't know all of the mitzvot. How should I remember all of the mitzvot? I don't know what are. Pshat is like this. Imagine 2 soldiers that they go against the law. God do something terrible. One had the garment of the army, the other one had regular clothing on. Which one did greater crime? The one with garment. Because when you wear the garment of the army, you show that you are committed to keep all of the rules. When you wear it, that shows, that represents that I'm part of this army. Now, Torah is telling us, Sisit is the uniform of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when a person wears it, that makes the person to see it, to remember, and to do. Chazal say, Torah is promising. When you wear it, you're going to see, wearing brings to Reya, sin. Sin brings to remembering. Remembering means to ask, yes, promise. And then you wouldn't follow your eyes and your heart. That's the way that goes. Now, it's very interesting that we are not obligated to buy tzitzit. Somebody comes to me, doesn't have to fit it, you have to go and buy to fit it. Somebody comes, doesn't have tzitzit, he's midoraita, according to Torah, is not obligated to buy a tzitzit. But if he have a garment 4 corners and he wears it, he is nullifying mitzvah aser. Very interesting. This mitzvah is optional. You could become patur. No, Chacham say it's such a great mitzvah. The advices that we should do it every day. But in Torah, the way that Torah talks and makes us obligated to put on tefillin, doesn't put on tzitzit, doesn't say. Now, Mefarshim say, why is it like that? It's very simple, very interesting. Imagine you get a Jewish soldier and you put him the garment of the Arab army. You force him to wear the garment of the Arab army. Does it mean anything? Does it represent anything? No. Why? Because he was forced to wear it. If that's the uniform, that uniform represents that you want to be committed, you are saying that I'm devoting myself to this army, then you have to wear it willingly. The Torah is telling us that this mitzvah is optional. You have to bring yourself to chiyuv. And Zohar HaKadosh says, "V'haya lachem lesesit." In other words, we thought if you want to remember all of the mitzvot and do them, you have to climb mountain. But Torah says, "V'haya lachem lesesit." It should be a sisit for you. Once is a sisit, once you make yourself committed and you want to keep the mitzvot, then Hashem makes it uri temoto. You're going to see it, remember it, and do it. Everything comes with commitment. Once a person is committed to do, then everything comes under it. And Zohar says, uri temoto. What's uri temoto? You're going to see it. It says, oto is Shekhinah. Wearing tzitzit, the person sees the Shekhinah. That is the mitzvah of tzitzit. The mitzvah of tzitzit teaches us another very important point, that a person has to put techelet. Techelet kisah kabul. That every individual is connected to kisah kabul. It's not only for kohanim. It's not only for those that they work with Hamidash. Person is working in a firm. Person is a doctor. Person is businessman, bank. Any place, pharmacist. Any place that you are working with, because that is my Bet HaMikdash. That's Kohen Gadol. All of this, because the Techelet was used in Bet HaMikdash for Kohen Gadol to do the avodah. That's part of the Kisah HaKavod, to be part of it. Now, Korah comes along and he says, why do we have one Kohen Gadol? All of us, we want to be Kohen Gadol. All of us, we want to do avodah b'Kadosh Baruch Hu. And very interestingly, he uses 250 people and he wears all Techelet. And tells Moshe Rabbeinu. Now, this is interesting. If you have a beged that's white, you have to put one string of techelet, blue color, and that would patur up, would do the of the mitzvah of techelet. Now, Yorach says, what about if it's kulot techelet? All of the garment techelet? Should we have to put this string or not? Moshe Rabbeinu says, of course we have to put. But he made fun of Moshe Rabbeinu. He says, I don't understand. If you have a beged, all is white, one string paturs it up. If all is techelet doesn't, one is techelet doesn't, we still need string. Now, what did he mean to say in philosophy? He meant to say like this. If you have a nation, everybody is Amharis, we have only one string, is Kohen Gadol. But the nation that they spoke to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we all were on Har Sinai, we heard HaKadosh Baruch Hu speaking to us. It's not the door of Amharet. It's the door that everybody could be a Kohen Gadol. See, the Midrash says, when Moshe Rabbeinu told Korah, Rav Lachem, he says, Rav Lachem ben Levi. He got punished. When he wanted to go to Israel, he davened and prayed to go to Israel. How was Rav Lach? He says, you said Rav Lachem to Korah, Rav Lach. You shouldn't have said Rav Lachem. The ambition was good. The ambition was great. Now, the point that he made a mistake was, Taka, we have to do the Ratzon of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Even if we mean it well, if we mean that we want, even these 250 people, they sacrificed themselves. They were ready to bring Ketoret and they knew that they're going to die, but still they did it. Because they felt that the Mesirut Nefesh is over everything. Once we are Moser Nefesh and we do it, HaKadosh Baruch Hu would respond. But see, have to understand. The greatest thing in the world is to listen to Torah. That is the Ratzon of Hashem. Don't be Moser Nefesh. Don't have crazy ideas. Don't have anything. Listen to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yes, everybody is Kadosh, but Hashem wants one Kohen Gadol. Hashem wants more than that. Korah made a mistake. Why? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu told every single Jew, you should put this string, means you are Kohen Gadol in your state. Whatever that you are doing, you are a Kohen Gadol. Kohen Gadol is not the one who works in Beit HaMikdash. Kohen Gadol is the one that he uses his potential for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to bring the Malchut of Hashem. You don't have to have the name and label and this and that. Korah was looking for that, and that's why Chazal said it was a kina, it was a jealousy. He wasn't jealous, he would have understood that what is it? Taka is true. All of us are Kohen Gadol in his own station. Whatever that you are doing, that techelet there in your sisi, garment is something very personal. Special size. Person doesn't share his garment with somebody else. Don't share your car. It's very personal. In that personal matter, there is a techelet, which is kiseh hakavod, your job, whatever that you are doing, whatever that is going with you, it's a kiseh hakavod. That's a perspective that the person should have. What's sisit? Metzis. What does metzis mean from sisit? Sisit means looking out. Looking out. Metzis means looking out of the window. All of the mitzvah of sit gives us perspective on life. Person feels, I'm associated. My family is associated. My children is associated. I'm nothing, nobody and nothing. Then becomes the garbage man also. But when we have the sisi, the perspective of life, we are making kiseh hakavod. This is kiseh hakavod. This is Shekhinah. Every family, every bayit has Shekhinah within himself. We develop Shekhinah. We are handling Shekhinah. Our children are Shekhinah. Our children are very special neshamot that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to us. It's a privilege that we are keeping this neshamot. It's not a toil. It's not a, no matter how hard they are, no matter how hard the life is. It's not a toil. It's a neshama. It's a nitzchiyut that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to us. All is perspective. Sisit, the Hazal Rashi says, Hashem ul is sin. All point of sisit is to give us right perspective in life. If we have the perspective of sisit, person, the world look at life in one way. The goyim look at life as TV. TV is their sisit. TV gives them information, direction, and how to look, how to perspective of life to be. We have sisit, lema'ala, above all of these things. There's the mitzvah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the eved of Hashem. There's a tachlit in my life. There's a tachlit whatever that I do. And through that, the person grows, his family grows, and B'ezrat Hashem will be zoche to biyat Moshe Sodom.